adjustments which we have done a couple of maybe years ago regarding wearing of donning of joking of the buckle gears. We will not to tackle that one much. Just a disclaimer, we are only reaching out to you or giving you the information based on the training that we have undergone. We are not authorized by the government to conduct special training for this specific skill drill. So, without any further ado, everybody knows, or most of us knows, that wearing or donning and doffing of the buckle gears has a certain guidelines to follow. We have already discussed that donning of buckle gears should be 2 minutes or less. Lesser than that, it will be a good sign for us. So, this is the first slide. Place your equipment on the logical order of donning. This is as what you have seen in front of you. These are the steps, huh? Remember what are the steps. Guys, this is intended for ERT and non-ERT. This is for your familiarization. Because supposedly, we should be doing more frequent in terms of using SCABA and using the buckle gear. Okay. We will do it in actual. Now, before moving here, let's try to have a quick look in our video. In donning self-contained breathing apparatus.
Hi, today I'm going to show you how to properly don and doff your G1 Industrial SCBA. Slide the right arm through the right shoulder strap and the left arm through the left shoulder strap. Checking for correct shoulder straps orientation. Bend forward slightly, resting the carrier on your back. Fasten the waist belt and pull forward to tighten for a snug fit. Most SCBA weight should be carried on your hips. Attach the chest strap buckle if equipped. Adjust the strap length as desired. Stand up straight, then pull down on the shoulder strap pull tabs to tighten straps. Adjust the waist belt if necessary. Grasp the regulator and push the release buttons to remove the regulator from the regulator keeper. Ensure that the bypass knob is fully closed. Reach behind and fully open the cylinder valve. First slowly and then normally. Listen for the bevel on to activate momentarily during pressurization. No air should flow from the regulator. Check the regulator's bypass operation. Grasp the bypass knob and turn it counterclockwise. Listen for airflow and then turn it to the off position. Ensure that the bypass knob is fully closed. Close the cylinder valve. Listen for air leaks and watch the remote pressure gauge for 10 seconds. Open the cylinder valve fully. Now we are ready to don your face piece. Spread the harness with both hands and position the chin into the chin cup. Pull the head straps over your head, making sure that the harness sits correctly without twisting. Adjust the face piece and tighten the straps in order, firmly and evenly. In order to check the face piece to face seal, perform a seal check before each use. Seal the inlet connector with the palm of your hand or by attaching the regulator. Test tightness by inhaling and holding your breath for 10 seconds. The face piece must stay collapsed on the face. Exhale. The exhalation valve should open and release the pressure inside the face piece. If necessary, retighten the straps. If the leak test fails, the face piece must not be used. Next, grasp the regulator and insert it into the face piece by pushing inward. If properly aligned, the bypass knob will show on the right side of the user's face piece. Check proper engagement by pulling on the regulator to ensure that the regulator is securely attached to the face piece. Inhale sharply to start the airflow. Checking the bypass again by turning the red knob counterclockwise until you feel increased airflow. Then close the bypass knob. When you're ready to remove the G1 Industrial SCBA, Grasp the regulator buttons, push the release buttons, and pull the regulator out of the face piece. Close the cylinder valve fully. Open the regulator bypass valve or press the purge button if equipped to vent system pressure. Close the bypass. Stow the regulator in the regulator keeper when it is not in use. To remove the carrier and harness, disconnect the waist belt buckle. Disconnect the chest strap buckle if equipped. To loosen the shoulder straps, grasp the pull tabs and push them out and away from the body. Slip the left arm out of the shoulder strap first, then remove the harness. When removing the face piece, loosen the head harness by pulling the buckles forward using your fingers. Grip the chin straps and pull the head harness forward over the head. Grip the front of the face piece and pull the face piece away and down from yourself. There you go. You have successfully done and docked the G1 Industrial SCBA.
So I think that's pretty much clear. We will try to execute, but prior to execution, we're going to have a quick theory about the zoning or the principles of the self-contained braking apparatus. There's always a safety tips for all of us, because in any crisis that may happen, we are responsible with our team and with the equipment or whatsoever. So now, whenever we are putting on the SCABA, always put on the SCABA before entering any confined space. Okay? Before entering any confined space, which we will going to respond, we have to wear the SCABA, continue to use the respirator protection until the air is tested. Do not attempt to go inside the confined space or rescue someone if you are not trained. Now, using the SCABA, there is a limitations as well. So the realistic useful life of the SCABA is usually less than the rated duration. What is the duration of the SCABA? Now, this is the question. How long will it last using the SCABA? How long will it last? Who can answer? How long it will last if we are using the SCABA? It will last for only 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But 30 minutes will also vary on the situation. Depends on the condition. If we are rescuing or we are attempting to rescue someone, depends on how long will be the scene or the incident, then it will become less. Now, moving on. Usually, it is less than the rated duration, and the actual use time will depend on the activities being performed and the physical condition of the person. And SCABA cylinder will generally have a useful life of 50% of the rated time. Now, let's talk about the physical limitation. Conditioning is very important for SCABA users. Yes, we are doing, how many times we are doing drills? Are we confident enough using the SCABA that, okay, I know how to use it, I know how to perform rescue? I don't think so. We are not confident enough. Maybe the wearer or the user himself is not familiar how to open the valve, maybe clockwise or counterclockwise, what is the regulator, how to breathe normally. So maybe nobody also is aware of that. So now physical limitations. Okay, an out of shape brigade member will consume the air supply more quickly and will have to exit the fire. Yes, if the ERT is not, let's say, healthy, okay, he will go exit directly to the scene. He will not going to continue because he's having hard time breathing. He have a physical restriction, so he will exit immediately in the location. Now, what about the psychological limitation of the user? Breathing through the ECDA is different from a normal breathing and can be more stressful. Yes. Wearing SCABA is also very stressful. So, brigade members, PRT members must adjust to these stressful conditions. How we can adjust? Adjust by undergoing a training. Adjust by doing a skill drill session more often. Okay? Practice donning the PPE, breathing through SCABA, and performing firefighting tasks in darkness helps to build confidence not only in the equipment but also the personal skills. Now, breathing will also consume the oxygen cylinder or the oxygen from the cylinder. So controlled breathing techniques helps to extend the SCABA air supply. Because if we tend to get panic, sometimes we breathe too much. So once we are breathing too much using the mouthpiece, it will consume the oxygen. So there is what we call a breathing technique. Controlled breathing is a conscious effort to inhale naturally through the nose and force exhalation from the mouth. Okay, not breathing from the mouth and then exhalation from the mouth. Practicing controlled breathing during training will help you maximize, yes, this is very important. Although we are not really, let's say, competent enough, but if we do more exercise more frequent, then we will overcome this one. So, skip breathing technique helps conserve the air. The technique is to take a short breath, hold, and take a second short breath. Donning ECDA, as what you have seen in the video presentation, check the air, cylinder pressure, has at least 90% of its rated pressure, open the valve 2 to 3 times, 2 or 3 times, not fully, huh? Whenever you are opening the valve, turn it 3 times. Listen for the low alarm to sound and then open the valve fully. Check all the harness straps, the tightness, it should be snug fit to be sure that they are fully extended. Check all the valves to be sure that they are in the correct position. So these are the components of the SCABA. Now, I think it's time for us to start demonstrating. We have our emergency response team, so they will going to illustrate or demonstrate how to don bunker gears and the SCABA. Okay, please come forward. We have, please give it a round of applause. Would be and one firefighter will come out. Okay, let's try to do it all together. Okay. Now, guys, remember 2 or less than 2 minutes or less than that.
So we'll start counting from now.
We can start counting.
Yes.
Or let them try to exercise first. Direct.
Yes,
Tell us, direct.
one small.
Huh?